All right, we're here. We got Nick Caldwell. We had to get him while he's still young, before he's huge. You went surfing?
I went surfing this morning.
All right, tell me, you went with Ian?
Yeah, we went.
Where do you go surf?
It was OB Pier. Nice little waves.
Rocking the pier?
Rocking the pier. Yeah.
How's the water? Probably feels great.
Yeah, it's finally warming up this year.
We went, when did we go? Like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I just went no suit. I was just felt great. I was like, yes.
Yeah, going no suit, you can really like be in the water.
Yeah. Here, talk closer. Just scoot it up towards me. Like that, yeah. That's perfect. Honestly, dude, I feel like I'm retired from surfing.
Interesting.
I never go anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not super into it, there's no reason to go every single day.
Well, it's not that I'm not into it. I don't know. Honestly, the older I get, the more I'm just like, man, there's sharks in there, bro. Screw that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know I'm such an idiot, but that's just like, and honestly though, it takes like so much time start to finish. Like from the minute I get out of my chair and then during the winter, you got to get your wetsuit, you got to get a bucket, you got to get your towel, and then you got to go drive, and then you got to do the thing, and then you got to get in, and then it's just like, it takes like 3 hours.
It's an ordeal.
Like start to finish, and I'm just like, man, I just don't know if I have that much time anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's good in the summer because I can make like a day out of it.
Yeah.
If I really want to.
But I used to surf a lot, honestly. I remember like just driving from East County. Like I had friends that would go every day, bro. Living in Lakeside.
Oh yeah. That's
a mission.
That's an absolute mission.
And like I remember back then it was like, oh, gas is kind of a lot. It's like, bro, I can only imagine what it is now, like doing that every day. But
I mean, I work at a surf school, so it's like I go down there, surf before, and then make enough money to pay for my gas back home and do the same thing the next day.
Yeah, I get you. Where's it at?
PB Drive, just I guess right where Mission and PB.
So wait, are you like a lifeguard or wait?
No, just a surf instructor.
Oh, surf instructor. Okay, cool.
Yep. Pushing kids in the waves.
Nice.
Pushing not kids in the waves. Getting a little bit of a workout.
So I told Nick, I was like, you got to come over before you leave because you're leaving tonight, you said.
Yeah.
So where are you going again?
I'm going over to New York for school.
What school is it?
The Juilliard School.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know that school. For some reason, I thought it was like a different one. I can't keep track of all those schools.
Dude, I'm actually in a combo with John this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are just bringing it back, dude.
It's high school. It's going to be high school.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah. He already told me what songs he's going to bring in. And
what's he bringing?
Still Play. You know that Ben Wendell tune? It's like a 5 feel, but it's 2 across the 5. And
okay.
Gnarly tune.
Okay, sweet. Tune. So all right, I'm curious, dude. I want to know, what's Juilliard like? What do they teach you? What are you guys doing? What classes are you taking? Like, what's it like?
So I'll tell you about my classes. I got an ear training class. I'm just thinking about that off the top of my head. I found out this year's got canceled. We're going to have to find a new ear training section to take. But
so what kind of ear training? Because I remember taking ear training in school, but like, it's like, I don't know. It's not what you would think of it's not what I would think of as ear training if I was teaching like a student.
Sure.
It's more like, which is not bad, but I'm just saying I would do it from the lens of like what I do. Like tunes, jazz tunes, or I don't know, a lot of that stuff was like kind of like classical theory, like vocal, whatever.
It absolutely is.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. But they're acknowledging that at least a little bit by having it. I think it was twice a semester we would actually have an assignment to sing a jazz standard.
Oh wow.
And that was everybody in the class,
great.
not just the jazz students.
Really?
Yeah, so everybody's in there singing
Autumn
Leaves.
Good for them. That's tight.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Sick. Yeah, the classical guys don't do that at all. Well, at least I'm just thinking of there was always like a separation. It was always like, oh, there's in theory class, you'd be like, oh, those are the jazz guys and those are the classical guys.
And man, that's ultimately what keeps that separation so strong, like, you know, years after school and, into record deals and all of that.
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder why. Is it not like that over there? Does the two, do you guys like intermingle more?
We do, yeah. I think it's a small enough program that's pretty easy and it's going to
how many people?
I mean, my ear training class is like 10 people total, and there's maybe 5 or 6 for each class.
Okay.
But in the jazz division, we have like 50 or 60
Okay.
kids, a couple big bands.
Nice. So who's like, what else? Like, tell me. I'm curious. What are you guys doing? Like,
So
what is lessons like? Like, I don't know. Tell me. What do you got? Tell me.
Yeah, lessons, man. I'm just trying to play the saxophone well. You know what I mean?
So who are you studying with lessons?
Ron Blake.
Okay.
Who's currently Barry in the SNL band.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
cool.
a serious connection.
I mean, bro, that's a sick gig.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that like one of the like? Isn't that like if you have that gig in New York, you're killing it? Like that's a sick gig, right? I mean,
it's like okay. I mean,
Okay.
he works 2 days a week essentially, and then takes other gigs.
And he just plays.
Wants.
Well, and he
Yeah.
can do that because he has that. I mean, that's crucial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that. Not necessarily, that kind of gig is what I want, but I want
Right.
to have that sort of flexibility to say, I don't really want to play that gig.
Yeah, but you also could do it. With that gig, you could do all sorts of other stuff.
You really
Is it
can,
nonstop? Well, what's SNL? I'm trying to think. Is it nonstop or is there breaks?
I think there's a summer break right now. Yeah.
So you could go and like do stuff and.
Yeah. I mean, he has a family and he's always talking about how they're doing stuff.
Sick,
Still.
dude. He's killing it.
That's the.
He's living it up.
Mm-hmm.
So what's he like? What do you guys do in lessons?
It was a lot of just getting me to, I guess a sort of standard point across all my aspects of horn playing this main year.
Like what do you mean?
I was really not even on fast scales in certain keys, so we did a lot of that stuff, just really trying to nitpick my technique and slowing stuff down a lot with the metronome, speeding stuff up with the metronome.
So like fundamentals, that's good.
Yeah, and then a lot of sound building, long tones.
Nice.
Pitch bending stuff is fun.
Like what is he? Do you guys do like? Maybe you're not. I don't know if he's there yet, but do you guys like play tunes? Like how do you?
Yeah, we'll play tunes, and he has a cool approach to teaching upper structure triads.
Okay, like what does he say?
He explained to me first the upper structure triads based off of the diminished from the root of a 7 chord.
Okay.
So you have 1 3 5 in that chord.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go up to the minor third. You have sharp 9, sharp 11, and then the 7.
Oh, so I see what you're saying.
Sorry, you have the 5th. I'm thinking minor. Then you go up to the flat 5th, and you have that major.
Oh, so he breaks them up in triads.
Yeah. And so then we'd play like Cherokee or All the Things You Are, and every 7 chord, you have to play just that triad that he tells you to work on.
Whatever the one was.
Whatever the one he's, having me pontificate.
Okay. So if you're playing over All the Things You Are on the F minor, let's say you do so he does them in triads. Mm-hmm. So you would do the F A flat C. And then you do A flat,
C, for the
flat.
minors, I think he just had me doing whatever.
Okay, so let's say. Okay, well, like give me an example. Or let's say a dominant
Cherokee.
chord. Okay, all right, that's
the Cherokee.
fine.
Yeah.
That one.
So we're on the 1, and then it's a 2 5 to the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd play the 2, but then I get to the C or thinking my key.
That's fine.
B flat.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
The B flat 7, and I might play just G7 or G triad over that.
Right, that's what you're saying. I get you. No, that's cool.
And
because then you get the 13, the flat 9. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So just play like 5 courses, that sound only on the 7 chords, and then move to the next one.
Yeah.
Just the idea trying to
and you get to overlay. Yeah, that's a cool. Yeah.
And then you find cool ways to resolve. You can if you overlay what you're doing with the 7 chord over the resolved chord, you can get some like augmented.
Yeah, it's cool, and you're not necessarily thinking from like the root. You're thinking of whatever that triad is.
Yeah,
that, like what I think of when I think of that
is
Crisis, the Freddie Hubbard tune.
Remind me how that one.
It's like the one like boom. It's the one that's just like boom, bum, bum, ba-dum, something like that, and then the chords are just like they walk down.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's all over like a B flat sound. I think it is, but you do like B flat minor, let's say, and then you do like C over B flat. And then you do B over B flat.
Yeah.
And then you do B minor over B flat. I think it was, no, I can't remember now. I'd have to sit down and think about it. But it was like this sound, and like the way I hear it is it's all the different B flat sound. Like that's the whole theme. But it like changes, but it's like triadic in that sense.
Sure.
But it creates like one of them's clearly like a major sharp 11 sound, which is the C over B flat.
Yeah.
So like on guitar, I would play that like it's like a very major 7 sharp 11 sound. Anyways, that's cool though.
I think writing stuff like that is, you can think about the voice leading a lot more, and that's a lot of what sounds good in improvisation is that nice voice leading.
Right. So that's cool. All right. What else?
Let's see. We got combos.
Okay. What are combos like? Yeah.
I mentioned I'm with John this year. This last year I had Bruce Williams as director, and we were in the Mary Lou Williams combo.
Okay, what does that mean? Does that mean anything?
Doesn't really.
Oh, okay, so it's just like like a title.
We thought it did, so we all started arranging Mary Lou Williams tunes.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But it's just like instead of calling it like number 1, number 2, whatever. That's kind of cool.
Or
I
like the
that.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Right.
Type of. Yeah. So, concerts did we do last year? We had.
So theoretically, like it's almost like teams. Like sports teams where like sometimes the Chargers like win and sometimes the 49ers win. Like you never really know who's going to be like really good. It's kind of tight. I like that. I kind of like that actually.
Yeah. And then at the start of the year, you're checking who's in what combo.
Right.
It's like the draft.
And they could kind of throw curveballs because they could put like all the more advanced players, quote unquote, in like a different combo than the other one. And you would be like, oh, well, yeah, no, that's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Or I'm sure they're all advanced. If you got Juilliard, Jesus Christ. They're probably do they mix them up every semester?
No, it's the whole year.
Okay, that's what I mean. So after that year, though, you would probably, chances are you're going to get like,
yeah, it's
around.
like a whole different group that next year.
Cool,
At least they try to make it a whole different.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I think only one group this year has 2 pianists.
Okay.
And that's the only extra rhythm section players.
So what was in your, so what was like what was your combo?
Last year we had the 2 pianists.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
so 2 pianos.
Kalen Cardello, really great pianist, and then I think he's a master's student who just graduated. And then William, the incoming pianist in my year. Beckett, the freshman drummer. Oh, we had Nico, this guy who was just finishing, I guess he was finishing up that semester, and then he got out halfway through the year. So we had then a classical bassist who also plays jazz come and join our combo.
Sick.
For a second, yeah. Ripping.
Wow, usually they can't do that.
Exactly.
That's tight.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Other players in the band. Oh, Nathaniel on trumpet, man.
So trumpet, okay.
Badass lead player.
Okay.
In my class. Langston Hughes is the name of the alto player.
That's his name?
That's his name, yeah. No relation at all.
That's sick.
Isn't that sick, man? And he sounds so
That's pretty
good.
tight.
I
mean, Langston Hughes is sick too. Like that's like
exactly.
Like just to have that as your name too. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Already associated with greatness.
Yeah, I mean, and just like, is he into that? I mean, that's a weird question, I guess, to ask, but like, hey man, are you actually into the
I suppose, yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, man, let me just recite a bunch of poetry for you. Like, I mean, that would be cool too, though.
That would be cool, do a little spoken word at the combo
I remember
gig.
learning about Langston Hughes. Like, I didn't know who he was until like you go down the rabbit hole, and it's like that's pretty tight.
Yeah, man, there was some serious stuff happening during that Harlem Renaissance period.
Even that name, though, dude, is like
some about it, yeah.
It's kind of like who he is to history, but it's like in his name too.
Yeah.
It's not like his name's like Bob something. Nothing against Bob's, but like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
Like Langston Hughes is like, oh, that guy sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely, and that's
funny.
I love that.
All right, so he plays what, tenor or no?
Oh, he's alto.
Alto, sorry.
And then Nathaniel, Langston, myself, and Andre on trombone.
Okay, so 3 horns, sick.
4
horns.
Group, yeah.
Wait, how many is there?
Myself included, so alto, tenor,
trumpet, trombone.
Trumpet, trombone, yeah.
Okay, I get you. Nice.
Yeah, man, we did some fun stuff. We did an Ornette Coleman concert.
Okay.
We did Art Ensemble of Chicago. Are you familiar with that stuff?
No.
It was really new to all of us.
What is it called?
Extremely free jazz. The Art Ensemble of Chicago.
Art Ensemble of Chicago. Okay.
Yeah. Cats who know will, know a lot about this group. I'm trying to think when they started, but they've been around forever.
Okay.
So many iterations and so much different kind of music. Like there was this one that was like a super floaty little, trumpets all in the high register. Somebody else was on flute. And then one that was super like funky and grooving. But all of it is super free jazz.
Oh man. Okay. Really?
Like as free as it gets.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That was interesting to do as a Juilliard group.
So how do they do that? Like, how do you guys talk about that stuff? Who leads it? Who's it again?
Bruce Williams.
Okay.
He was really big on us being authentic in what we were playing. A lot of free playing, it's easy to kind of not be really focused into what you're doing and what you're playing and creating that sound. You can just start playing licks that are out of key, that sort of thing. But he really had us dig into free language.
Yeah, that stuff's hard, man.
It's really hard, yeah. Stay
honestly,
concentrated.
Yeah, and just like honestly, the way that Ornette does it too is just like, it's really tight. I don't know. It's like, it's kind of funny because when you because didn't they kind of they kind of gave him a hard time, didn't they? Like back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, to a lot of cats, it just wasn't musical at all. But now it's no, but now he's in history, I don't know, dude. To this day, one of my favorite Metheny albums is the one with Ornette, the song X. Dude, it's so good. It's killing. And the way he plays is just it's just so good, and they complement each other well. They do,
but truly. It's just man, I don't know. I like it though. Anyways, all right. So you guys did that was the whole semester?
First semester was mostly leading up to the Ornette.
Dude, that's heavy, bro. So you just go in and start playing free immediately?
Yeah, it was some stuff. Oh, sorry. Our first concert was September, early October something. Totally forgot about it. We did early R&B essentially. Oh, so really? Boogie woogie stuff coming out of New Orleans that was a little off of the jazz influence.
Okay.
But I arranged Caldonia. You know that tune? Oh, that's a good one. I can't think of off the top of my head whose tune it is, but it's just such a fun set. Yeah.
What kind of tunes? What is that kind of stuff? Early? I mean, I like R&B music. Yeah,
it was a lot of swing sort of feel. Mm-hmm. But a little more backbeat, and we did a Stevie Wonder tune at the end.
Nice.
What are some of the other tunes we did? Oh, Saturday Night Fish Fry. If you know that one.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's cool, dude. This is why I'm asking. This is good.
Yeah, it was unfamiliar music to us for sure. Okay. So.
So they switch it up, and then what? Yeah, so this semester, so you guys are gonna do with John. Do you guys know So wait, you're about to go back. Do you have to do So wait, we're going into fall 2024. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys have to do? How does it work when you get there? Do you have to do auditions again, or how does that work?
We just get placed in combos. I think. Yeah, I don't like so you're saying about level and all that. I don't know if they place us that way.
You don't have to go and do an audition again every semester?
No.
Oh. Okay.
The closest we have to that is juries.
So you have to do juries so you already did a jury,
year.
Obviously, from the last semester. So then they kind of base it off of that? Or how does that work?
They probably base what they expect from you for next year off of that, but
right.
Other than that, I don't know if they...
Because at a lot of other spots, you have to do it again. You do your jury, And then like now the first week you have to go and play 2 songs and sight read. Maybe I always forget. I get the juries and the whatever's mixed up. The auditions. Like placement. Yeah, sometimes you have to sight read. You should have to sight read in all of them, to be honest. But anyways, you have to like play tunes and then like, yeah.
Right.
And then they kind of go from there. But I'm just curious. Okay. Nice. So what about like, do you guys have to do like general ed stuff? How does that work?
All I have to do is a liberal arts course, and that's been it was first college writing, and then intro to the class I'm in now, or about to be in, which is society, politics, and culture. So super liberal artsy.
Okay.
But that's the only class.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah, easy peasy. I got placed in the advanced writing class. Got a flex there.
Oh, whoa, fancy. Yep. Okay, Shakespeare.
Yeah, our placement was a writing piece about how the people who live within the Fukushima like disaster zone, comparing how they live with machines and everything to the definition of a cyborg.
Wait, say it again?
So basically, we're meant to make the point that living within the Fukushima disaster zone, all the stuff you have to do, like they have machines that make the soil fertile or something, or they have some kind of filter.
They like test because of the radiation, whatever.
And that's like, they have to use these machines. Almost like how a cyborg has all these parts on it that allow it to survive.
It's quite a stretch, but okay.
Yeah, I think that's what they're asking for.
Okay. Well, you did something right.
I did, exactly, yeah.
Man. He's a cyborg. Did you get computers to help you? You cyborg?
Oh my god.
Honestly, dude, when I was doing, when I did that stuff, like I hated English. Well, I hated English in high school.
Me too, man. Yeah.
And like I didn't pass out of that. Like I passed out of the math stuff, but I had to do English all 4 semesters, which for me, dude, I hate that. And it was just the worst. I just hated it.
Yeah, when you don't want to be doing it, and it's when it's not stuff you're actually interested in writing about, it's such a drag.
Like, dude, I remember sitting at my computer writing what I thought was the last essay I was ever going to have to write. And dude, and then when you think about it like that way, and you're not even really into it, because it's like you're having, I don't know, it's just like I would have rather I was trying to play guitar. It's like I was already behind. I was like, dude, why am I writing this stupid whatever? And like totally not into it. And it's just it's already hard enough for me to like write it well. Like, I don't know, for me, I can be a good writer. It's just, it takes me a minute. I'm probably better at it now because these guys, shoved it down my throat the whole time. But like, I don't know. It's just funny because I remember sitting there writing on my computer and just like hating it and just being like, dude, there's no way out.
That's exactly how it feels
and I
was
like,
man.
There's no way out. I have to do this.
It sucks so bad. It really does suck.
Oh, God.
And yeah, I always have been like there's no way out kind of thinker when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. You just have to do
really
it. You have to go through
procrastinating though. So working through that, the procrastination.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'll realize it's easier just to do. I mean, it depends. Sometimes you procrastinate because you're not into certain things and you can put them off.
Yeah.
That's how I am. And I do other things. But if you have to do certain things to make your life easier, it's easier to not procrastinate because then
it's not in your head.
It just depends, whatever.
It does, yeah. There's definitely stuff that I have to force myself to do just in tiny little increments.
Right.
Even to, feel like I'm making progress.
All right, so how did you start playing sax, dude? Because you guys are so lucky. I feel like your after-school program is like playing sax. I'm jealous. Shit's tight.
I mean, how did I start really?
Like, how'd you find sax?
Charles McPherson.
Okay.
Would be.
How'd you find him then?
I started on piano with Lynn.
Oh, okay.
So I would go over there for lessons like every Thursday.
Lynn who?
McPherson.
Oh.
His wife.
Oh.
So I would go over there and, we'd be doing Hanon or sonatas and everything. And get him. I would hear him practicing in the back. You know, she'd either go back and tell him to stop practicing, or it would be at the end of the lesson. So it would be whatever. He's
playing sax in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And I would kind of hear it, and, you know, he's absolutely ripping because he's Charles McPherson.
Just shredding.
Yeah. Just shredding back there. I was like,
shredding the gnar.
This is truly shredding the gnar. Truly. Truly ripping. And I was just intrigued. So 4th grade came around, and we were picking instruments for either school band or school orchestra. Saxophone. It's kind of the only one I knew because of Charles, but.
Did you start right on tenor?
No, I was on alto for. I think that first year I was on alto, and then I moved to tenor. Yeah.
So what? You just homies with Charles McPherson, or what?
Man, I wish.
You are. Does he know who you are? He knows.
Well, I mean, I took lessons from him and all,
okay.
So he knows who I am, and we've talked about things for a while. But
what do you tell you?
Tells me that Bird is the GOAT, and I believe that fully. Yeah.
That's pretty obvious.
That's pretty obvious, yeah. I mean, I just had no idea before he was like, you know, you need to learn this stuff.
You know what's funny, dude? I feel like every time I sit down and listen to Charlie Parker, I'm just like, it's honestly, I try and tell these, it's like more metal and rock and roll than rock and roll or metal. It's just so punk rock. But people don't realize it. They kind of, and now it's like, jazz is like, it has like a certain stigma to it. And it's kind of like a good stigma in the sense of like, that's like, I don't know. It's not that it's like fancy music, but it's like, I don't know.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, I guess and it's like, yeah, and it is in some ways and not in others, but like, I don't know. I just think like, it's funny because I feel like those guys shredding is just like more shreddy than the shredders could ever wish to shred. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah, because they created the shredding.
You're telling me Ornette Coleman just shredding and just like super shred, just going for it is not more shreddy than like, I don't know, what most people would think. I just think that that's more rock and roll than like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Talk about like going for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the things we were talking about in that combo group last year, deciphering the Ornette Coleman and trying to figure out how that came out of bebop.
Yeah.
Was looking at how much of a free musician Bird was viewed as. Even though all that stuff is so in.
I know, it's so ironic.
Yeah, but that approach was considered so
out.
Yeah.
You know what my theory is, dude, is I think, in my opinion, this is just me, but no minor one. No
minor one.
In my opinion, I think that, you go from like blues, which like gives birth to jazz and there's stuff before or whatever. We all get it, okay. But you keep going and then it's like swing and then you get into bebop and they're just like really trying to find other sounds and get further, whatever you want to call it. And then you get like, the post-bop era and it gets more modern. But then you also have like Ornette Coleman, which is like really going for it. But these guys were like reaching for like other sounds that were outside of like the functional 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, it's not like they're playing rhythm changes anymore. You know what I mean? They're playing like, they're just like coloring, like colors. Like you're telling me what, it's like Wayne Shorter stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's just interesting. And then they go really far and it's just like, yeah, it's like free jazz. Like, yeah, we're just going huge. And then it just like the electric era comes and there's like keyboards and then it kind of just goes back. And then it's like rock and roll. But it's like, that's just blues. It
kind of reverts to blues. Yeah.
It like goes backwards again. They like go full circle. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And honestly, in the sense of like music, it's kind of like a big, just like the overall arc of it is just like, like it's like resolved, whatever you want to call that. And then it's just like tension, and they're like just going for it. And then it like kind of resolves again.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I think somewhere between that is maybe where the blues falls.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
With that, I mean, 1-4-1, that doesn't resolve, man.
Right.
it just sits there as what it is. I mean, you can make the argument, you know, four does really resolve.
Do you know what my favorite thing? You guys got to come, and you got to come next time you're here. You should come to my church gig and just play.
So dumb.
Because one of my favorite musical things is when like you be playing these church songs, and like it'll be like a lot of movements. It'll be like rhythm change type things, or like Cherokee, but it won't really move out of the key like Cherokee does in the bridge, like minus the bridge. But like, you know how it kind of like moves around, like B flat, wherever you go to the 4. It's like they do that and they'll move around 3, 6, 2, 5, and then they'll kind of just like they just move around a lot. And then they finally get back to where they just like 1, 4, 1, 4. And it's like, cause you've been playing 2 minutes of like crazy like movements, and there's like medleys. So they'll sing one like traditional song, and then that'll medley into another one. And then it's like slight movements, like it's like 1, 4, 1, 3, 6, 2, 5, whatever. And then the next one will be like 1, 5, 2, 5. It's like slight movements, right? So they're different songs, and then it's like all this move, and then you go to the 6, 2, 2, whatever, and then move, and then finally you just 1, 4, 1, and I'm just like, yeah.
That's tension and release,
dude. It's
man.
One of my favorite things, and it's just like so much fun. Because then it's just like I just play Jimmy over it. The whole thing. It's just like you just play blues guitar. Like you just go for it. It's hilarious. I love it.
That's the best. That's the best, man.
Yeah, but I like the 1-4. You made me think of that. Because you can, and the thing is you can do it forever. It never gets old, really. You're just like 1, 4, 1, 4, and it's just funny. But anyways, that's cool, dude. All right, so sick. So what else? What about like history stuff? Like, how do they do that?
Yeah, history. We started second semester.
Okay.
And it's they put us in the history class with all of our year classmates.
Okay.
We have Lauren Schoenberg as our history teacher.
Dude, you straight got Arnold Schoenberg.
The 12-tone master.
Hey, isn't supposedly like didn't Charlie Parker like was really obsessed with? Wait, is that who I'm thinking of?
I think he likes Schoenberg. He also likes Stravinsky.
Oh, maybe I think it was both of them though, right?
Yeah.
Man, honestly,
I've heard of Bird like fawning over Stravinsky. Yeah.
Yeah, I think isn't that where he like kind of found? I don't know where I'm coming up with these stories, but like for some reason,
I've definitely heard Bird quote Stravinsky.
Right.
Yeah, like whatever that one low lick is that keeps recurring in the Firebird. He like.
Oh right, okay. I don't remember where I got this. Maybe it's just like not true at all, but I'm gonna say it anyways. But like what I heard is that like he learned the some of these half whole movement like diminished ideas from Stravinsky. I don't know where I heard that though. I could totally be incorrect.
That would make sense.
This sounds good though.
That does sound good. Yeah. It makes sense with how Stravinsky uses that type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just that minor second movement. I mean, just like,
right.
Like this minor second versus the major second.
Right.
It's such a big thing in making a melody.
So, all right. So wait, keep going. History. So what do you guys do in that class?
Oh yeah. So we started real early. We started pre-Civil War. Okay. And we talked about all the factors that led to New Orleans essentially being the birthplace of jazz. Right. She talked about Congo Square, where all these people from different places around the world were getting together, playing music, combining rhythms. Right. Almost, in a sense, optimizing rhythms, finding where they had commonalities and creating something new there. We moved through the Civil War, talking about a little bit of the music going on through that time. There were a few guys like going outside the country and documenting foreign music really well.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm gonna screw up the name.
Like they would go
these cats would travel to like South America or Africa.
Bro,
and
that's crazy.
They would put the rhythms and the music that they heard into writing.
Dude, and talk about being dedicated back then. You just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to hear new shit. There's nothing new around me. I'll literally leave the fucking continent.
Yeah, but it's not like that was safe. Like, that's ballsy, bro.
That is, yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
I guess in a sense, most types of travel were back then.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, so after Civil War, like, what do they say? Like, is it just someone like up there talking?
Yeah, Schoenberg. It's mostly Schoenberg talking. We watched a few movie clips later in the semester when we started talking about Armstrong and Ellington. Mm-hmm. But it was mostly him talking, us like taking lecturing. Notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, he knows the history so well, and he's so into it himself that it's so engaging.
Do you have to like, what is he? Do you have to like read anything, or like, what is like? I'm curious. Like,
not really. No, we're not reading too much.
So it's just him ranting.
Well, we have a book of his that we read that kind of goes over the class material in depth. We would read that first couple weeks of class up to a certain point, and then essentially recover that material in class for that week or couple weeks after. But yeah, other than that, it's him telling us about the history of jazz, kind of just because he's the one. I mean, have you heard of him?
No.
Schoenberg. He has a show that they play on 88.3.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure when, but it's like
him ranting about history.
I think there's a little bit of historical ranting, but he plays tunes and gives context and that kind of thing.
So, like, what's something that he told you guys that I wouldn't know?
I'm trying to think of a good one.
Or even if I do know it already, I just want to like hear something cool, like jazz history. If you can think of something. Like, there's got to be something weird he told you, or something that you kind of remember.
Or I'll just repeat what I was saying earlier about Ellington and the warm water. We watched this. Yeah, we watched this Ellington documentary, man. And you hear him.
This is a good one.
You hear him go, "I want my warm water. Just bring me the warm water. Should have been here before dinner. Should have been the first thing up here."
Like, I wonder how warm. How warm do you think? Like hot? Like tea hot? That's not warm. That's hot.
Yeah, that's hot. I don't know about that.
He would know. Come on, he's Duke Ellington. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I want warm water.
Do you think he's like Julian, has the temperature and he gets it all like perfect?
He's got a thermometer. He's like, "No, it's too warm. This is not warm. This is hot." See? That's funny. Although honestly, when I was younger, I would rather have like room temperature water. Maybe that's what he meant. Like, that's what they said back then. It's like either cold or warm. That's funny either way.
Maybe he just meant no ice.
Like no ice. That's what I'm saying.
And there was just no AC.
Right. That's what I mean. So it's like kind of warm.
That room temperature.
That's funny.
Yeah. One thing that was interesting that we learned.
What?
You might know this. Later years of the Ellington band. Most of those tours, Ellington was paying the guys out of his pocket.
Oh, I think I've heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like kind of wasn't even really making money. He was just like
doing it.
He's just like fronting these guys money.
Yeah.
Why? Just because he couldn't make money, he just was kind of trying to keep it going?
I would imagine. But it seems like he was also just super dedicated to the craft and wanted to have a band always. Like, he was pulling money. I think what he told us is he was pulling money out of the Duke Ellington Foundation essentially to do this.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a whole band. I mean, those guys are all thinking they're playing. I can see how you do that. That makes sense.
Yeah. And
all right, how about that? Do they talk about anything about like the biz of music and like gigging and like how to have a big band and like run it and like Duke Ellington? Even though you wouldn't do that really anymore, but I mean, you could.
Yeah, that's one of the things we talk about in history. Is it's just stupidly hard to have a band like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Maria Schneider's like, that's all made up of players that are amazing in their own right and well known in their own right.
Yeah, but she is doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a Snarky Puppy. They were doing it.
Yeah.
Dude, I just heard that Russell Malone died. Bro, that's crazy.
That caught me off guard, man. He was at the school this last year.
Oh my god.
That caught me off guard, and
wait, how did he die?
I that's what I was wondering. I texted my friend and I said it had to be like a heart attack or something, surely, because he was.
I felt like he was
so there the last time we saw him, and apparently it was a heart attack.
Damn, I feel like I gotta go for a run. Jesus.
Rest in peace. I mean, that's
Yeah, dude, Russ Malone's the man. I learned, I transcribed him with Diane Reeves on some stuff. So good. And you know what I was watching? He's on it too. I just thought of it. I've been trying to learn like some like super standards. Well, what's the name of the song? It's oh damn, what's it called? Not How High the Moon, but I think it's like a moon something. Wait, man, let me see, because now I'm curious. I should know this song, but I don't. Here it is. How Deep is the Ocean? I was totally wrong.
Oh. Well, oh no, I see how you got there from How High the Moon.
Oh, that's like, why. There we go, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Anyways, I don't really know that one that well, and like, so I was learning, I was like listening to some different versions, and I found this Diane Krall version, and Russell's playing on it too. But bro, she's killing it. She's murdering it, dude. Like, she's playing, and like she does this, like she does one of my favorite movements, because it's from the Six. Up, No Such Thing as Minor One. Just Prove It. Because that's why I was learning it, because I was trying to just, I got song after song ready, dude. I'm ready. I got my list ready.
You got the mathematical proofs.
Anyways, that one's a good one. It's from the Six. So I was like trying, and I should know it, but I don't really know it that well. Anyways, I was listening to them play it, and she plays it in a different key. I think she's in like F minor, but she does my favorite thing where it's like you be playing F minor, and then she does like the intro is like she plays F minor, and then she plays D flat major. Like you can even play sharp 11, F minor, D flat major, and it's like she does this cool vamp. It's like very like church, like those guys. That's where I would have learned it from, because I knew it immediately. I heard her, I was like, oh, I know what that is. And so like, and I was like learning some of her movements, and like she's killing it, bro. She does like some really hip stuff.
Yeah, dude,
it's really cool.
Hip.
Yeah.
Anyway. It took me too long to discover for myself the really cool Diana Krall stuff, man.
Yeah, man. She's just I don't know. It's like some live. They're at some festival or something. I don't know, but she like does it solo, and then she like brings the band in like super perfect. It's like it's sick. Dude. She's just killing it. Anyways, I gotta learn that song though.
So dope.
All right, wait. You were talking about like music biz stuff, so they do. It sounds like they do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I don't have the class this semester, I know, but
okay. What about? All right, keep going. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's either this year or next year. We do have a jazz business class, and they bring cats in like from the scene.
Oh, nice. That's
like,
great.
I think they brought Emmanuel Wilkins in.
Sick,
just because he's alumnus, and he's blowing up right
guy.
now.
That's a perfect guy to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
that's great. What about like computer stuff? Like, do you guys have to do like Pro Tools, Logic, or like Sibelius, or like even like video?
Into that.
Like honestly, bro, if it was up to me, I think that they should add like a media section.
That would be
the thing good. is you guys are gonna do it already. You're already doing it with your stupid phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, there's a couple guys. Daniel Song, my buddy who plays bass at the school. He's got such a nice recording setup, and he's mixing in his room.
See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are doing it anyways, so it's like it would be cool if like
I just gotta learn from him.
But that's what I'm saying. Instead, it's like, what if you guys all took I don't know. I would be into that, because that's how I was. I learned it on my own anyways. ChatGPT, by the way. Everyone, I tell my class at school, I'm like, guys, I did it because it was the first week. I was like, hey, I'm the guy that says, I don't even care. Maybe I'll get in trouble. I don't even care because it works so well. I'm like, hey, everyone's telling you not to use ChatGPT at school, right? That's probably what it's like. Oh, no, oh, great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, guys, you should use it. Because I tell them, I'm like, it's the best for like Pro Tools, for software. Anything you can test immediately. So if you have a question like, how do I blah, 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 track, whatever. How do I mute a track? It could be something silly as that on Pro Tools. How do I mute a track on Pro Tools?
And
it'll just be like, it's not like
you don't have to scroll through.
You don't have to go through all the videos and all the,
questions.
and like find out who's actually answering the question. It's like, no. And then you can just see it and then you're like, okay, let's try it. And then test it immediately. If it doesn't work, then, type in a different question or whatever. But dude, 90% of the time it's right on, because it's just searching.
Yeah, instead of a search engine, it's an AI
but it's
aided
just
search engine.
And it's just searching like the manuals or what. I don't know what the hell it's searching, but dude, it works really well. And so well that here's the glitch. You ready? Here's a glitch in Premiere. Oh wait, let's see if I can remember it. I'm rusty now. Oh wait. Oh now look at it. I don't remember now. There's a thing that I do when I edit videos though that I've realized there's like a glitch. It's not even a glitch. It's just they need to add a feature because the way I do. Oh nigga, I can't even remember now. I forget what it is, but I was trying to answer it in ChatGPT, and I was like, how do I? It's basically like attaching audio. Oh wow, I'm gonna run into it when I do go to make a video again, and I'm gonna try and do it, and it's not gonna let me. But it's something that you would think you would be able to do because it's a computer, and you think you'd be able to be like, oh well, I just want to do that, but for all of the things. It's like one of those things. Like,
sure.
Oh, I want that setting, but for all of the things. And it's like, oh, I'm sure it does that. No, it doesn't. Like I found like a little glitch that like I even went on ChatGPT and I can't remember what it is. I have to go search my search history because like
ChatGPT was like bugging out.
It said though, it straight up said it was like, look, as far as up until now, there's no real way to do blah 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 blah. Besides like adding a plugin, but even then it has to software blah blah blah. And it was just like basically saying like, yeah, you can't.
It's like talking to somebody who knows. You're like, so yeah, basically, man, it's not, there's no real way to do it.
Right, exactly.
That's sick that it's that, responsive.
I mean, yeah, it like kind of worked in the sense that it told me that it doesn't work, but I was so like, I got nowhere, but yeah. I can't, damn it. Now I can't even think of like what the actual thing is that I'm trying to do, but it's like something with video and having audio and then the setting. And then there's like all these other projects or something. And I was trying to do it to all of them and it went, so I have to manually go in, which defeats the whole purpose. It's like anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But so do they do any of that? Like there, do you know?
No, we don't. That would be an interesting class to have.
Cause like if you guys were pros on like Logic or the DAWs, like honestly, they should do Ableton, Logic, and Pro Tools. You could do that in one semester. I could do that. If you just did crash course and like the students are competent enough to like try, it's like they would get it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And you don't have to be an expert, but at least you can like set up a mic and like, get a good level on your saxophone or whatever, whatever. And then like, if you could do that with video, you know what I mean? Like, what do you use for video stuff?
Oof. I do very little video stuff.
Okay.
Mostly.
Like just on your phone?
I have a little audio recorder that I can line up, but mostly just do stuff on my phone.
I mean, that works too though. I'm just curious. All right. So what are you guys doing next semester? Do you know anything yet?
Changing classes. Last year we had jazz theory, and that's becoming arranging, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Either arranging or composition.
So wait, what do they talk about in jazz theory?
It's like everything about jazz theory. Like I would almost expect it to be like 4 years of jazz theory condensed into 1 year. With everything we covered. Like we went deep into like different kinds of forms and phrase types, responding phrase types and all this. We dug into how like the Charleston rhythm relates to like all kinds of claves and the cinquillo rhythm against the clave and the tresillo and all this stuff. All that rhythm, form, upper structure triads. It's too much stuff we covered.
Right. I'm just curious. Yeah. I don't expect you to like tell me everything. I'm just like interested in like what people are teaching. What's weird, dude, is that like it's kind of cool. I like it too though, but like no one really like, I don't know what other people teach at these schools. Yeah. Or even at like places that I'm at, I'm like, hey, what do you guys do on piano? It's like, hey, what do you guys teach? Like, I have no idea what they're teaching. You know what I mean? I'll ask my students sometimes, I'll be, hey, so what are you doing in theory? Like, what are you guys doing? Let me see something. Like, let me see. I like make them bust out their paper. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And most of it's cool. It's like, I'm just curious. I don't know. Just like wondering like what. And
then you can, sort of relate something to what they're doing.
I don't know. It's just, I think I just like seeing how people explain it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So how do you think about like tunes when you're playing? Like, think of a tune right now.
Yeah.
Like do like standardy tunes.
All right. Yeah. There'll never be another you.
Okay.
There.
Like how do you think about a song like that when you're playing? Like don't think too hard, but like what's the first thing you think when I say that tune? Like for me, I'll be like E flat. Like that's what I would
E flat.
Think. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm just saying. Like
I'm thinking, make the minor sound like a minor.
Okay, fair enough. Like what do you mean? Like that C minor?
Yeah, the C minor. Just really get there.
Yeah.
Play the notes that aren't in that E flat major. That'll get you
right
to that C minor because they're so similar.
Of course.
You got to play out notes outside to make it sound like you're going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys how do you think of it, and how do they explain it there so far? Maybe you guys haven't like gotten too deep into it, but like I know they explain 2-5-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but how do they explain minor 2-5s? Like for example, let's say you were talking about blue bossa. Like how do they explain those kinds of movements, or like just minor 2-5s in general?
We came at it sort of open in that we were talking about the half diminished sort of approach, like using that scale.
Mm-hmm. So like Locrian, you're saying? Is that what you mean?
Man, we went over the modes, but I just don't put that stuff in memory. Locrian is
the 7th mode. That would be the what would be the diatonic.
So the scale that we were applying it's like major minor. Like the jazz melodic minor.
Oh, okay.
From the 6th.
So you're talking about Locrian natural 2 is what they call it. It's like a Locrian scale, but it has a...
Yeah.
So let's say we're in C melodic minor.
Yeah, because if that 9 becomes a flat 9, then it's just that Locrian.
Yeah, so if we're in C melodic minor, you're saying A half diminished, which would be A, B, C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
so they teach you they were kind of explaining it from that perspective.
Yeah, we were going chord scale for a lot of it, but then we also looked at it as...
See, that's kind of out to me. Because that natural, out to me that natural 2 is not... It sounds good, but it's not... I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah, well...
I'm just curious how you
guys... That was sort of a talking point, actually, for about a day of class. Is that 2, the major 2 or the flat 2?
Right.
On that sort of thing. And of course, it's for whatever sound you're trying to get at. But which one is actually, more theoretically correct? We couldn't come to an answer.
You know what? I think, in my opinion, I think that you could do whatever you want, first off. But the thing is that, like, there's an example. I need to, like, revisit this, but I have it written in my notes. There's a tune. It's a big band tune. It's called Terry. It's a Gerald Wilson tune. Is that Anthony's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the one, I think he either arranged it or wrote it. I can't remember. Anyways, it's called Terry. Point is that inside that tune, there's like these minor 2-5 movements. I can't remember exactly where it goes to because it's specific, but I just remember that song has like the perfect example of when to do Locrian with a natural 2. It's like the whole theme of the song. I just can't remember it.
Woodian used that.
What is it?
Woodian used like that. Yeah, because the melody, it's right in the melody note. Or the melody notes.
It doesn't really play the 2, though. You're not really playing A. You're playing over half diminished, though. That is true.
Yeah.
It's more just, it's not really the 2.
It's up still, yeah.
But it's like definitely half diminished.
Yeah, and when I hear cats play over Woody and you, it sounds like they're using that 2 more. Because it's eventually going to a major, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, the way I hear that kind of stuff is like, for me, well, I don't want to say it yet because I don't want to influence what you hear. Let's bookmark that.
All right.
Okay, how do you think of minor 2-5s? Like, and you can do song examples. Like Woody and You is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Another one would be like, Let's think of like
maybe another one from Woody and You, just because I really like altering the sevens on Woody and You. I wouldn't really play like a super straight 2-5.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Maybe just Never Be Another You. Like that one, I'm really thinking diminished.
Diminished what? What do you mean?
Half whole, I guess.
From where?
Or not half whole. I'm thinking notes in this scale are gonna be just C minor, harmonic minor.
Right.
But just from whatever note. If I'm going from the 4, from the 6.
Right. Yeah, that's classic sound, because especially when you do it over the G7.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then, I mean, other than that, I'll think, minor 4 over the 2. The half diminished as the minor 4 over the 2.
Oh, you're saying.
So it's like a 4-5. I know you like 4-5.
So wait, you're saying like D half is what?
F
minor.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, totally.
Over.
So that's what me and Kiefer were talking about, because I call that. So, yeah, he made me feel good, because he was like, I didn't realize that Monk thought of it like that too. And he was talking about how, he was talking about, because that's kind of a different example, but like there's certain chords like in, think of Lullaby Birdland does it. You play C minor, A half, D, G, C, that's the movement, right? And that A half diminished, I call that like 6 of 6 is what I call it. Anyways, A half diminished would be like C minor over A, right?
Yeah.
So, and like he was saying how it's like, that's how Monk thought of like the 6 chords. He would think of them as like half diminished chords. He would think of them is basically what you're saying. And I didn't realize that. And it's kind of what I was saying. I was like, oh, yeah. But it just made me think. I was like, oh, I'm not crazy then. So I'm not crazy.
Isn't that a nice thing?
Yeah, I was like, dude, hell yeah. Because it's literally, but that one's specific. But like, so.
Yeah, I think if it's not something where I'm really just trying to get that diminished sound out, I'll be thinking 4 over the 6 of that 4 for minor 2-5s. And then the 7 chord's just the same 7 chord, either with flat 9 or flat 9 and.
Oh, you mean like the
flat
G7?
13. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about like, when you do the 2-5 to A flat, is that like you hear that as 2-5 to the 4?
Yeah, I'll generally play that. I might play that same diminished again.
Okay. Over what?
Over the 7 chord.
The E flat?
The E flat, yeah.
Yeah, because you would play G. You mean like G. Like G diminished, you mean?
Or the whole half off of the 3rd.
Which is G? Or off the 3rd?
Yeah, off of the 3rd of G.
Oh, yeah,
if we're going to the C minor.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying, but like E flat would be off of G also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the sound. Yeah, that's classic. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. How do you think about like the D? How do you think about the D flat 7 chord? How do you hear that? How do they explain that stuff? Because I have a specific way that I hear it.
I like to think of it sharp 11 a lot of the time.
Right, but like what's the D flat to you? Like how do you hear that sound when you do B flat, E flat?
You mean like the back door.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I'll do 2 minor, and the bass note's just down there. But
wait, 2 minor of E flat major, or what are you saying?
Yeah.
So F minor.
Yeah, and then with the flat 5th as well.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you get the B in there, because it's dominant. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and then I guess you could also play like a B with a sharp 5.
Right, that's because cool you have I see what you're saying. Because you have the E flat, the G, and the B. I see what you're saying. So you kind of think of things as like other things too.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, if you're really trying to hear it as something else, and you're hearing, if you're hearing it, you're hearing it. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah.
No, I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's not a way you're hearing through it.
Well, I get it. I love it, dude. This is good. This is good, dude. Okay.
Getting her feelings out. Sharing. I'm just venting.
That's funny.
Jazz venting.
What else? All right. What else? So you're about to leave. What's that? You like New York? What's it like? Do you have time to go do other things, or how does that work?
Mm-hmm. My schedule's pretty chill. This year I'm not super sure about when I have the most time, but I know my Wednesdays are going to be open. I'm excited for that. Weekends are always super chill. We'll go out to jam sessions or go over to someone's house, go to a little party.
Nice.
But I've noticed that jazz majors at the school have a lot more time than anybody else.
Really? Wait, what else is at Juilliard? I mean, you mean like the classical guys?
Well, them and the actors too. They go like 9 to 9. They go 9 to 9 Monday to Saturday. They get just Sunday.
Oh, they're savages. Look at them.
Yeah, I think the dancers are pretty similar, except the full weekend they get.
Wow.
So
you guys got it easy.
We got it super easy. We just have rehearsals whenever we have rehearsals, and they're like 3-4 hours long. So I think the idea is just that part of being a jazz musician is getting yourself out there
and like going and playing and being productive. Yeah, I think that there's something to that, obviously.
Yeah, and shedding all the time.
So where do you guys like to go? Like, what do you guys do?
There's this bar jam called the Craftsman. Okay. That will hit. Benny Benak pulls up there. Oh. A lot of Juilliard guys playing that band. He'll hit Dizzy's sometimes. Okay. Well, Dizzy's, if there's like a really good musician in town, the late night set it can be a little interesting in terms of tunes that get called and
like, what do they call? Yeah, that's a good one. Tell me some tunes they call.
Man, it's
like, what do they call? I want to know.
Like,
what are like some New York vibey tunes they call? Like, and differentiate from ones here.
UMMG gets called.
Oh, I love that tune. That's a good one. Okay.
Like every jam.
But is it like overkill or what?
Yeah. UMMG is like All the Things You Are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or what would be another comparator? I don't know. But
what's another one? Wait, no, I need more than one tune. Jesus.
I mean, there's plenty of
like, what is
calling things in weird keys. Certain band members. Yeah.
Like, what's one they would call? Ian wants to play at Madison next week. He wants to play Stella and G. I was like, oh,
that's
shoot.
the type of thing. Yeah.
I was like, dude, I gotta go practice that. Okay, starts on. Okay, all right.
Yes, Stella gets called decently regularly.
That one moves a lot. That's not an easy tune.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. Yeah. People like Invitation.
Oh yeah, I like that tune.
Trying to think of other like really New York tunes I heard a lot.
What's one that like you call, but they're like, what the hell?
There was one funny one. I'm trying to remember which tune it was.
Like, it'd be cool if it was like super SD one, and then they thought it was kind of cool, and they're like, "What the hell? That's left field." I don't know if
there was one that was sort of like that. That one Gigi Minority.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I figured that would be like a tune out there.
I don't know that one, honestly. I need to learn that one.
It's a good one.
Gigi Grice is tight.
Dude,
you know what's a good one is Social Call.
I was just about to say, man.
Yeah, that's a killing one.
That tune is just...
That one's really, really clever.
Don't even need a melody. Just listen to the chords on that.
All right, wait, what's some more? What's like another like New York one? Or like the ones that you guys play, because like you might be playing different ones than. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we'll have like a burner that we all learn.
Like what?
Firm Roots. Okay. Not everybody knew that one.
Oh wow,
that's the one. We play that all the time.
Yeah, that's super SD.
Super SD.
Super SD. Firm Roots.
No matter what. No.
Oh god. See, that's a good one actually. That's from the 2. I mean, most of the time you're pedaling a 5 the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you play the chords, at least when I play them, you're playing 2-5-1s, right?
Yeah.
I like solos. Anyways, whatever. All right,
That's
what else?
That's a good one, man. I love that tune.
I do everything through song, so I'm curious. I want to know.
Sure, yeah. I'm just blanking. There's a few tunes that cats really like to call.
Well, you better get ready, bro. You're about to leave tonight.
No, man, I'm cool. You know what? I missed a mandatory meeting today.
See, look at this guy's blowing it already.
I don't know, man. Yeah. It's almost like the dorms actually open tomorrow for students that are returning, and there's no reason for me to have been at campus, so
what was it?
I don't know. I guess it was just like a semi-orientation for the jazz students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already been there.
But everybody's saying, like, this is mandatory. I'm in San Diego, bro. Like, I just got out of the water. I just surfed. I'm not going to know.
Hey, bro, they're going to see this. They're going to get you.
Dude.
They're going to be like, what? He was just surfing?
I've already been got. I had to do a student handbook acknowledgement, and I was late. I was late, man.
What'd you do?
I didn't send the message saying I have read and agreed, and I agree to all of the terms and conditions. And yeah.
All right, what else? I need another tune. I need one that's like that I don't know, so I can go learn it.
Oh man, what got called on me while I was out there? Oh, a lot of cats just like to play blueses.
Okay, well, perfect. I need more blues heads. What's like a good blues head they would call?
Oh shit! There's this one bird head that the name always escapes me, but
okay.
I mean, really nothing you wouldn't know. I don't think. Just
like I would like I might not know it, but I would recognize it.
Yeah, I think the outest one that I heard was like Bloom Dito.
Oh, okay.
You know that
That's
head?
not that crazy.
Yeah. First bird soul I learned.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's a great one. It's just like a couple choruses. So straight up bebop. Yeah.
Dude, I just love it. Honestly, it's funny because like I feel like, some guys are just really into it and some people aren't. I'm kind of into it. Although it's funny because like I'm not one of the purists though, like the Barry Harris, Wynton Marsalis, everything after bebop's trash. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? That's crazy. How could you say that?
It is.
What about Herbie?
Insane to say that.
You're saying that Herbie's trash?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
You're saying Wayne Shorter's trash. That's what you're saying. That's insane, dude.
That is insane.
That's great. Not to mention everyone else. What about Horace Silver? Horace Silver's trash? You're crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know if it's being at the school or what, but I've started getting that little the jazz version of the woke mind virus Elon talks about in that
like
I'm like that, like everything after 1959 I'm just like is this like I don't I've been indoctrinated. I don't know how else to put it. They got me.
Oh, so easy.
It was in the jab, bro.
I'm gonna start calling you Wynton. I'm like, hey Wynton, how's it going, dude? How you doing over there, huh? I'm gonna text you.
We actually had to do an assignment where we compared one of Wynton's speeches. Actually, was that the assignment?
Well, first off,
we were looking at in some capacity we were comparing Wynton's speech, like some portion of it, to the Bill of Rights. Or was it the Declaration of Independence?
I mean, either
one of the two.
Either one's good, yeah.
But a little culty.
Wait, what's culty?
I mean, he's the jazz chair of the program, and we're reading his speeches.
Oh yeah, see, this is what I need. Dude. I like this. This is good. I like this. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking, baby. Okay, I didn't know that. Reading his speeches. Hey, but the thing is Witten speaks very well.
He does. And he says a lot of things that need to be said.
A little culty. That's so funny.
Hey man, it's a group of 50 people. You know,
that's
like the perfect amount.
You're hilarious, dude. Oh god, that's funny.
Yeah, we all have our little group meetings every Friday, 4 to 6.
Like, what do they say?
It's our creative ideas class. It's where it's just like the whole jazz division meets. We'll either have like a lecture, somebody will be on the Zoom call talking to us, or
any cool ones.
Go outside. We got Patrice Russian last year.
Ooh, yummy.
Dude, that was sick. And she was just...
What'd she say?
She was just answering everybody's questions beautifully.
Sick.
Going on for like, 10 minutes, but relating everything to the person's question. Not like, some of these master classes where...
They kind of just go off.
Yeah, and it's cool because they start going into like their own sort of bag and what they usually talk about.
Yeah.
But when you have someone that's, that well respected and, such a legend, and they can still get down to the students' levels. That was really cool.
Did you ask any questions?
I didn't have anything that I felt was good enough, but
yes, I have a question. Is there such thing as minor one?
Should I think
no.
I'll ask it. I'll get someone to film it. I'll do this just for you, Louie.
No,
I'll ask it.
Don't.
I'll ask it. Dude.
I tell him not to. I'm just kidding.
Dude,
it's
I'll
a joke.
ask.
I didn't.
I'll ask Donald Vega, man. I'll be like, so sir, my friend Louie has this
you guys
way
are
of
gonna get me in
approaching.
trouble. Oh god,
yeah, you're gonna get in big trouble. The jazz police are coming. We got to that same second, yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
No. You know why we're here.
That's great.
We're here for the minor one.
That's funny. All right, what else? Let me think here. That's good. All right, so wait, where is Juilliard in New York, roughly? You got to like map it out for me.
So
I don't know, really.
I'm going to face the map your way. So
okay, go.
North, east, west. Central Park is here in the middle. We are just west of the bottom of Central Park.
Last year, so you're like right in it.
Yeah. Last year, my dorm was like, we're 2 blocks, but I could see into Central Park.
Oh, damn.
And over across. And
so you're like right in it.
Yeah.
Hey, do you ever see Will?
Lyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't see him. I see his Instagram, but I haven't seen him around.
Who else?
Man, bassists.
I'm trying to think of who else over there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who like we might know. That's funny. Okay. From SD. I mean, I guess not really that many SD guys there, I guess.
Hey, we're trying to make a little SD scene out there, though.
Well, I mean, John's there. What about like some of the older guys, like the sax? What's the sax guy's name? Jarian, yeah.
We actually have, I'm thinking about this, we have a lot of people with J names at Juilliard. John, Johnny, Steele, Jarian.
It is kind of culty.
But I don't have a J in my name.
You can't be in the
culty.
You can't be in the cult, bro. You're not Jay.
Darn, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I missed out.
You're hilarious.
Missed out on some kind of
jazz. J. Oh.
Juilliard jazz.
Oh no, bro.
JJ.
What about okay. What about, how about this? What's like some non-music stuff you guys go do in New York that you found that's cool? Like, it's like very New Yorky.
I don't know about how New York is.
Or not, whatever.
We ride city bikes around, like the little rental bikes.
That's tight, yeah.
And then next year, I'm gonna, I better be able to. I'm gonna see if I can get a little fixie bike for myself.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to spend. I looked back through my account.
How much
and
it costs? Yeah.
Spent $300 on these little bikes.
Damn,
man.
yeah, that adds up.
They
man. Get you.
And the subway adds up too.
Yeah, bro.
So if I can just
like
get
a
like a $50 bike, start of the year, it'll pay itself off. But yeah, we'll go down to like the
I
tip
got a
of
bike
Manhattan,
here for
come back
you.
up.
Too bad you don't live here.
I mean, I have a bike here too. It's just
yeah, no, I'm just saying.
But,
so what? You just get a bike, you can mob around.
Yeah, it's really easy. I'll either get fix you with a flip flop hub or something.
What's it like in the winter and the summer? Well, are you there? Well, I guess you're about to be there in the summer-ish, right? It's like summer still.
Last year, first month was very similar weather to here.
Okay.
And, it's on the water. New York is real close to the water. Pretty dry, warm evenings.
Is the winter like pretty brutal or what?
It was a little brutal, yeah. And I surfed in like November.
Dude, you're crazy. You went surfing out there?
A shop that I rented my suit from gave me a suit with a big ass hole in it. I didn't realize until I was out in the water and somebody's like, yo, dude, your suit's like ripped. So I got actually a complete full ride with the suit there. He paid for it, the guy at the shop. But it's cold.
Well, yeah, what are you talking about?
Cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold.
Yeah. That's great. Well, cool, man. We got you while you're young, sort of. That way, if you just pull Winton, he's going to be the cult leader.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm never going to let that go. No, that's just
no.
funny.
And now that I've said this, man, I'm cooked.
You're cooked,
I'm never
bro.
getting a gig with him.
Cooked.
I'm...
Jazz
police are going to show up at my door.
It's just funny.
Man.
We're just joking. Winton, we love you.
Absolute love for Winton, bro.
Of course.
Yeah,
all right, dude. Well, sick, man.
Sick, man.
When do you? How long are you going to be there? Like, how long is this like run or whatever you guys call it? What are you like?
Yeah, so our semester's until like December 20th. I think this semester is. We get a couple breaks
about the same,
in there.
Are you gonna stay there, or how does that work?
I'll be back here for the winter.
Okay. How long is winter?
About a month break.
Shit. Right.
So come back here, get our good north swell waves.
This guy's total surfer, dude.
Man, I already found a board out there that I'm probably gonna pick up. So
where do you go surf?
Rockaway. So the train will take you like 10 blocks from the beach.
Right.
The subway.
How long does that take though?
It's like an hour 15.
Damn, this guy's committed. And you just straight up roll on the subway with a surfboard?
The one I'm looking at, I'm gonna have to get a locker for it at the beach because it's like 9-6.
Oh Jesus!
But yeah, I've seen guys with like foam boards and little short boards on the train.
Dude, that's hilarious.
It is, yeah.
Damn, they're committed.
Yeah, and as you get closer to the beach, more and more of them will be on the train.
Right.
3 boards.
Dude, you're
5
hilarious.
boards. 9 boards.
All right, we're
18 boards.
Are you? Wait, you're on Instagram, right?
Yes, I am.
I got kicked off Facebook, bro. I'm excommunicated from Facebook. I can't even make a new account.
Wow, you really
Mark's mad at me, dude. The Zuck. I don't understand. Like someone,
got you, bro.
I don't get how they hacked me though, because I got 2-factor. I'm like killing it. I got everything dialed, but somehow they got my artist page is up, but my personal profile's gone, toasted. Yeah, but I can't do anything without that. And I tried to make a new account because Leonard told me to make a new one, and then you get verified and you can fix it. I can't even make a new account. Every time I put my name in, or I even tried several email addresses, it won't let me.
So
they're watching.
Did you try on another computer?
The Jazz Police.
You know if it's like IP or something that they got you.
I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, I'm excommunicated. Wow. It's the Jazz Police, bro.
Dude.
Mark Zuckerberg's after me. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, people can follow you, I guess, right?
Yeah, Nick Caldwell Jazz, just my name.
You have a website yet?
I guess. No. I set one up when I was like a kid, and I accidentally like doxed myself.
You doxed yourself?
And my mom figured it out.
Wait, what?
Because she Googled me, as parents, I guess, sometimes do when their kids.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah.
And it was like all of our information came up. Like the elementary school I went to came up, and she was like, "Okay, something's wrong. Something's wrong."
So wait, it was like on your website, or
I think I made a Google business profile or something.
This guy,
and I made everything public.
Oh my
God, up.
This guy, dude.
I hope all that stuff's gone, and I didn't just double dox myself now.
Double dox. You gotta scrub the internet, bro. Hurry.
Exactly, bro. I gotta get in there with my Swiffer.
Oh man, the Jazz Police are coming for you, bro. Watch out. You gotta lay low, dude.
Truly.
You have to lay low, man. You have to shave your head. You're going to get contacts. You're going to have to go.
You notice the haircut?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I got it, I think, like 3 hours before blah.
Oh, shit. Look at this guy.
Yeah, dialed. There's like 10 pounds less that my head's swiveling around.
You lost your mojo, bro. You're not going to be able to solo.
What do you... Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're 100% right.
All right, Nick. Keep shredding, dude. You're a legend. Jazz, prove it.